Hello, everyone. This is types of fractions, okay, but in more detail. This part 2 of all of fractions. Episode 1, enjoy. And sub to me and Professor Dogo. And before we start, I would like to say that if a friend or anyone really tells you that a quote-unquote fraction with 0 as a denominator is a fraction, tell them that they are wrong. The reason for this is fractions are defined by division, and division by 0 is practically impossible. However, division by negatives is possible, so 0 is basically the only number banned from being a denominator. Sorry, 0. So there are 4 main types of fractions. These fraction types are mixed number, unit fraction, and proper and improper fractions. Mixed number is a fraction with a whole number to the middle, left of it. An example is 1 and 3/8. Another, 1 is 6 and 5/2. Meanwhile, a unit fraction is any fraction with 1 as a numerator. These fractions include 1/2 and 1/8. And another similar fraction type is the proper fraction. These are the most average fractions, the average Joes of the fractional world. These fractions have a numerator that is less than their denominator. These fractions include 1/2 and 3/8. Okay, right now you are probably thinking, huh? He used the same example, fraction for proper and unit fraction. What is that? So the fraction you are thinking about is 1/2, and this fraction is actually both proper and unit. And the other same example I used is 3/8, since I also used that in the fractional part of the mixed number explanation. And then finally, we have the improper fractions. Improper fractions are fractions where the numerator is lesser than or equal to the denominator. Examples are 6/6, 6/5, and 5/2. And there is one other fraction type, which is complex fractions. These aren't as commonly used, hence the fact I haven't listed them as one of the 4 main fraction types, but essentially, they are fractions in a fraction. But when there is something complex, there is always a way to simplify it. And to simplify complex fractions, you must first divide the numerator by the denominator. This is because fractions signify division. And for this example, I will use a rather simple fraction, 1/2/8. But if you're simplifying a more complex fractions, you have to do the more outer fractions before doing the main inner fraction. So first, let's divide the numerator by the denominator. To divide 1/2 by 8, we have to turn 8 into a fraction first, and to turn any whole into a fraction, while multiplying or dividing, you put the whole over 1, so the fraction form of 8 is 8 ones. And now, for the next step of dividing fractions, we have to switch the division operation with its opposite, the multiplication operation, and then multiply by the reciprocal. So 1 times 1 equals to 1. Use that as the numerator. And 2 times 8 is 16. Set that as the denominator. So, the simplified version of 1/2/8 is 1/16. Also, I will be answering questions in the comments section considering this video probably isn't going to be very popular, so not that many comments to answer. So that is the end of this video. Make sure to like and subscribe to me and Professor Dogo's YouTube channel. Have a good day, and Professor Cappy out.